Hi! I don't even know how you're supposed to start a video. I want to move this a little bit because I am really tempted to look at myself. I've done about 4 first videos and they've all been uploaded. I've just not published them because I'm not really happy. It sounded way too hosty, so I'm just gonna try it. Just try talking through this video as if just as myself. I'm Curtis. Anyway, not Kirsty, not Katie. People often think that I'm a woman because I have a bit of a feminine voice. People who I don't know who talk to me on the phone often go, "Ah, okay, thank you, Katie." And I'm like, no, it was Curtis. And I'm like, yeah, my name is Curtis, C-U-R-T-I-S. I love making cake and pastries and stuff like that, and I've got a lot of free time. And I'm doing YouTube because I want a reason to get out of bed in the morning sometimes, so yeah. So I'm going to show you how I made my birthday cake. I turned 21 on Monday, January the 9th. I'm just going to talk you through how I made my cake, and hopefully someone out there will like it, and we'll see how it goes. I wanted my cake to have a bit of a chocolatey taste, but I also love colour, so I went for a red velvet cake. So I got 2 of them for 8-inch. So then I sort of leveled them off, and that basically means just to take a little bit of the dome off top and just to even it out so they're all flat. I'll cut them in half. Then I sugar syrup them, and what that basically means is I just basically got some sugar syrup and I got a pastry brush and I sort of dabbed it all over, and that basically just makes your cake a little bit more moist. And all sugar syrup is just equal parts sugar and water. So then I attach 1 layer of the cake with a little bit of Swiss meringue buttercream on a 10-inch cake board. I'll leave a recipe for that on my blog. That'll be in the description box below. I put a big blob of that buttercream on my first layer, and I spread that around with a palette knife until I get it nice and smooth, and then I put my next layer on top, and I repeat that, and I repeat all that process again, and put the next layer on top, and then you get the picture. So until I got all my 4 layers on there, and then after that I put a thin layer of buttercream all around my cake, and that's basically called your crumb coat. What that does is it just locks in all the crumbs in your cake so it doesn't affect your final layer of icing. I'm gonna put that in the fridge for about 45 minutes so it's all set. So then I get a little bit of pink food colour in, and I put that in my Swiss meringue buttercream, and I mix it all together. Then I put the white buttercream in a piping bag, and I put the pink buttercream in a piping bag. And then I start off with some white, and I go on the bottom, and I use my turntable to help me. I don't even know what you call it, I don't know, a line, put lines on, and then I repeat that with my pink one. At the moment I'm doing 2, and then I think at this moment I'm thinking to myself like, this cake is not tall enough to be doing 2 lines, so then from that I just do like a single line. Get my cake smoother, it's just some little like metal thing, and I smooth it all around. And then whatever gaps I've got left over, I just sort of pipe them in, and then I smooth it all over again, and I just keep smoothing and smoothing and smoothing until the cake's smooth. And then I get a palette knife just to take in the lip that I've just pushed up with my cake smoother. And then I take my cake and put it in the fridge for another 45 minutes just to cool down. And also I'm going to put some drips on there, so it needs to be cool so the drips don't just like go on forever. So then I go on to doing my ganache. So I'm doing a white chocolate ganache, so I'm doing equal parts chocolate to double cream. I heat up the double cream until it's like steamy. I don't boil it because I often make sure your ganache split if it goes too hot. Pour it over the chocolate and I mix it in until it's all nice and smooth. And then I put in some pink food colouring because we're keeping in with the pink theme here because I just really like pink at the moment. You can then take your cake out, and then I did the drips a little bit different to what I usually do, and I don't know why I did this because I feel like this is what ruined the cake for me. Well, it's not ruined, but it's the only bit of the cake I didn't like. So I pour most of the ganache on top of the cake, and I sort of smooth it round with a little palette knife, and I try and push the drips off the edge. I've seen like loads of people do this, and I thought, oh, I could do it, it's so easy. And I'm doing it, you'll see I'm doing it, and the drips are really thick, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? So then I do the drips how I'd usually do drips, and I don't know why I didn't do this. So then I put what ganache I had left and put it in a squeezy sauce bottle. I put the ganache in there and I'm dripping, to try and save the cake basically. You live and you learn. From now on I'm just going to use a squeezy bottle because I get the best results from doing that. Anyway, I then put the cake in the fridge for another half an hour. Just so the drips can sort of settle a little bit, so because I'm going to put some decorations on there, I don't want the decorations just to be like drooping off. So I made some chocolate shards with some tempered chocolate, and I simply just tempered the chocolate and I poured it on some baking sheets, spread it out with a palette knife, and then I got some pegs that you just hung your clothes with, and I just sort of pegged the paper so it sort of folded. So it just sort of gives my chocolate shards some texture. Some people call them flags. I don't think they look like flags though, to be fair. I got them, and I'm going in there with a little bit with a knife. And the reason why I'm going in with a knife is because I don't want I don't want to just like force in the chocolate, because I'm petrified that I'm gonna like break the chocolate. So I'm securing my chocolate shards in place, and then after that I get some red luster dust, and I go in with a paintbrush and I sort of just paint on, well, not painting it on, but I'm just sort of dusting it. And in hindsight, it would have been better just to have done this before I put it on the cake. After that, I am going in with all my other decorations. So I made some honeycomb, and I've also made some little meringue kisses, which I will be uploading a video on that. So I'll show you how I made those little meringue kisses. So I'm putting those on the cake, and you'll see another little pink thing go on there, and that was basically a Ferrero Rocher which I dipped into some white chocolate which I dyed pink. I wasn't really happy with how they came out, but I didn't want to take them off the cake because I think that would just be a bit of a weird thing to do, so I just left it chilling on there. And then after I've done that, I think I put a little bit of honeycomb on the side of the cake and a big meringue kiss on the side of the cake, and then with my leftover buttercream, spreading a little bit on the bottom of some little meringue kisses as some glue, and I'm putting them all the way up the cake. I'm also doing the same with that with some honeycomb, because I kind of like how it looks on cakes when things are coming up it and it reaches the top, and then that's yeah. So after I've done all that, I actually made some lollipops out of meringue, and this was a little experiment that I did, and it came out okay, so I was pretty happy with that. So I'm putting that in the cake. So that's pretty much it. So I think I put on like a couple more meringues on there, and then I crushed up some meringue and I put that around the front of the cake, at the top, and some broken bits of honeycomb, and that is literally it. So that was my birthday cake. So yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to end a video now as well. The middle bit of the video is easy, but it's like, hey, I'm Curtis, and like I'm going now part which is like really awkward. If you like the video, like it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. Hopefully they'll be a little bit better and a little bit more comfortable. Like I said, this is like my first video, and hopefully I actually go forward with it and actually put it up. I'll see you in the next video, which will be when I show you how I made those little meringue kisses. So bye and take care. Actually just broke up a little bit of meringue, put that just top of fruit there. And then I think I put an extra couple kisses and honeycomb on there, and that is pretty much, whoa.
Sorry, I couldn't find anything called Kisses Sandman.